able to see the screen? So in yesterday's session, we were working with explicit wait, but it didn't work for this expert. Why it is not working is, suppose I'm on this Gmail homepage, https://www.gmail.com. Okay, here I am there. Now, when I'm clicking on this new learn more, observe carefully, when I'm clicking on this learn more, a new tab is getting opened. New tab is getting opened. See, this is getting opened in this new tab, but the driver is controlling this page only. We didn't go to the new tab and find a particular element. The driver is still on this page and it is trying to find whatever the message we have given, whatever thing we are trying to find in this page, it is not able to find because the driver is still on this page. We will, in the next concept, we'll see how to switch to a new window and try to perform our search or whatever we want. But as of now, when, see, let me make it simple. So we are on this Gmail page and the driver is controlling this page. Okay, it is driving this page. When I'm clicking a particular link, learn more on this Gmail page, a new tab is getting opened. This is a new tab. That means it is a new window completely. But the driver is still controlling this page only. It didn't go to the learn more page. In order for the driver to go to this page, to this tab, there are some instructions that we will study going forward. So the driver is still on this page only. So when we are giving the instructions to find a particular element on this page, on this learn more page, the driver is not able to find because the driver has access only to this page. It didn't go to the new tab. This is a window. This is one window and this is new window. So the driver can have access to the elements which are present in this window only. If you want to access any new window, you have to first switch to that window and do whatever you want and then come back to this window. Okay, because the main page is this Gmail application only. So that is why the driver was not able to find an element in this window, in this learn more page. If it has been opened in the same window, then driver could have found that element. But it is opening in the new window, so that is why it was not able to find it. That is why yesterday it didn't work for explicit wait. Now, no problem. We'll see one more example here. So instead of clicking on learn more, let's click on forgot email. So forgot email, then we will be able to see this text message and we will work on it. So let us click on the forgot email link. Okay, let's locate that element. Instead of learn more, let us click on this forgot email link. Okay, so this is button forgot email text. Let me copy this one. Button, sorry, no need of other it. Text is a method is equal to this one. So there is one link. So let me copy this and click on this one. So instead of learn more, instead of this one, let us try with this link. Okay. So once it clicks on this link, once we click on this, so we'll get some display text over here. See, all these are same, like English, health, privacy terms, all these are same. But the only thing through which we can identify is find your email text or enter your phone number or recovery email. Okay, so these are the two things that using which you can identify. So I'm using this one, enter your phone number or recovery email. So let me copy this one and span with the text equal to this one. Okay, this is one way by identifying a particular element on the web page and trying to find. So that is one way. Or uh, if you want to try with some other thing, you can try with the title of the page as well. So for this page, the title is, let me copy this one first. For this page, the title is Gmail. Okay. So for this page, sign in page, the title is Gmail. So if I go to the forgot email page, for this page, let's see the title. For this also, it is title. The title is Gmail only. Once you log into the main page, the title will change. So you can use even title as well. But as of now, we are using only this display text. By using this display text, we are trying to uh, wait. Okay. So this is the expected condition wait time. So now what I'm doing, we are waiting until expected conditions dot visibility of element located by X path. This is the X path. So we are asking the driver, after clicking on this forgot email, we are asking the driver to explicitly wait until these expected conditions are met. So what are the expected condition? Visibility of element located by this X path. So until this element is located, we are asking the driver to explicitly wait. Wait until this element is found, then only you can go to the next instructions. So that is what we are saying to the driver. So let us run this program now. So it clicked on forgot email and it waited until this element is located and the execution got completed. So this is how we use the explicit wait. There are a lot of methods here in this class, expected conditions class. If you give control space, it will show you a lot of options here, like frame to be available, element to be selected, or element to be clickable. Suppose the element is visible, but it is not ready to be clickable on that. In that case, you can ask the driver to wait until the element is clickable or until the element is in a selection state. So there are a lot of methods available. Lot of methods are available. You can wait until the element is gone to invisibility state also, right? So all these things are available based on your requirement, which method you want to use, you can use it. So this is like you have providing the expected conditions. So you're asking the driver to wait until this particular condition is met. Okay. So that is the explicit wait. This is how we use the explicit wait. Okay. Now, if you go to this presentation, we have provided all the points. So for the first one is page load wait. Page load timeout is the time for the page to completely load. This is how you gave the syntax. And implicit wait is globally applied and is dynamic. Okay, it is dynamic. So if the element is found within this 5 seconds, like suppose it is found at third second itself, then only it will come out of this wait and start executing the instructions. Okay, so that is why implicit wait. So these waits are dynamic in nature. Wait for a certain measure of time before throwing an exception. Okay, and this is the syntax we give for implicit wait. Now, when you come to the explicit wait, wait until a certain condition occurs before proceeding with execution of the code. Okay, and this is the syntax. We have seen this one in this example. If both implicit and explicit wait are applied, then first implicit wait until the implicit time period, and then wait till explicit wait. After that, wait till explicit wait. So, but generally we don't prefer to use two waits on a particular web element. But in case if it is not working, like it is that particular instruction is taking more time, then only we go with explicit wait. Okay. Next, fluent wait. We'll see this one. I don't have any particular example to show you to demonstrate this fluent wait, but I can just give you this syntax. I can give you this syntax, but I cannot show you the real-time example for this fluent wait. Okay, so let's see the syntax. So we are creating an object for the wait. Okay, what we are waiting for. So fluent wait. This is of type fluent wait. Web driver. Driver is with the timeout. So here you give the complete time, like 30 seconds we have to wait. So polling period we are saying is for every 3 seconds you check the DOM, whether you check the DOM if the expected element is available or not. Okay. So polling period. So total time is 30 seconds. In that polling period is 3 seconds, and we are in between if you get any exceptions. So we are asking the driver to ignore the exception. Exception means any issue. If you are getting any issue while you are waiting, then we are asking the driver to ignore all that kind of exceptions. So what kind of exception you may get? You may get, so it is checking the DOM, right? For every 3 seconds, it is checking the DOM, but the element is not available. In that case, it will throw an exception, like no such element found. So that exception, this WebDriver has to ignore. That is why we use this ignore the exception whenever you are doing the search in DOM during this polling period. So for every 3 seconds, it is checking the DOM. If the element is not available, it will throw an exception. In that case, we are asking the WebDriver to ignore that kind of exceptions. Okay. So this is the syntax for fluent wait. So fluent wait will, if I get any example, I'll try to show you. But this most of the cases we will not be using this fluent wait until like one example I told you in fluent ATM mission thing. So in that cases only we'll try to use the fluent wait, exact fluent wait. Okay. So this is the syntax of fluent wait. And if you want to apply this wait for a particular web element, so this is the syntax for web fluent wait. If you want to apply this to a particular web element, so we are trying to find a wait until this is the function predefined function interface. Okay, where it will take two parameters. The first is the input data type, the second one is the output data type. So for this function interface we are providing WebDriver object, and the return type is it will return this interface, this in apply method will return the web element. So the input data type is WebDriver, the output data type is the web element. So we are supplying the driver, and the output whatever it is giving is the web elements. So that is why we gave this as input as WebDriver and output type as web element. Now in this apply method, so in this function interface, we will have only one abstract method, which is apply. That method we are trying to implement it here. So as it is returning the web element, so we gave the return type as web element. The input type is WebDriver. So we are supplying driver to this apply method. Okay. So here we are trying to return a web element. We are finding a web element by CSS selector. So some example of CSS selector we gave here. So whenever it is found, that we are returning it here. Okay. If you want to show for a normal thing, I can show you. Let us try for a normal web element. Normal web element. So instead of this explicit wait, let me try using the fluent wait only. W is equal to, so this is the syntax of this website. This object of this. Okay. So once it is done, let me use the inner methods dot. First, you need to use with a timeout, with timeout. So that I'll use with timeout. Complete time you need to wait. So I need to wait for 30 seconds. Let me give the time units dot in seconds. Okay. And then polling period we need to give. So for every 3 seconds, I need to check the DOM. So this also time unit I need to give. And after this, we need to give, you need to ignore all exceptions. Okay. So all the exceptions you need to ignore. So I'll give exception. That means any errors in between this particular time interval. If it is getting any exceptions, then you need to ignore all those exceptions. Okay. So this is the syntax for wait, fluent wait. Now we need to use this, we need to apply this wait for a particular web element. So what I will do, w dot wait, okay, so wait until, sorry for that. Wait until what we have to wait? Expected condition. That means finding, until finding a particular element, we need to wait. So for that, we need to create a new function interface. So we know we have already a function, predefined function interface, which takes two parameters. The first one is the data type, input data type, and the second one is the output data type. Okay. The input data type is a web driver and the output data type is web element. Okay. So this is a predefined functional interface. We already studied about this one. So let me import this one. This is not function, it's predefined function. Just wait. Let, let me complete and check. Let me complete this. There is some syntax issue, I think. I need to include this function. Let me try to.
Ma'am, there is a spelling mistake.
Where, ma?
Driver.
Okay. Fine. Thank you for that. So web property and returns. Thanks for that. Return driver dot find element by dot xpath. So this is the element we need to find. Thank you. So this, whatever the element is found within this time, it will be returned and it will be stored in this D. So on top of D, whatever you want, you can do it now. So once the element is found, you can perform the click or whatever. So whatever action you want to perform, you can perform. So we are asking the driver to wait until this element is found. For this, we are defining a fluent wait. So fluent wait, this is how you declare a fluent wait. Okay, with timeout of 30 seconds, polling period of 3 seconds, and ignoring any exceptions in between this time period. Okay, and using this type of wait, we are waiting for a particular element on the web page. So for that, we are using the function predefined function interface. If you remember, there are 6 predefined functional interfaces, right? So this is one function, functional interfaces function, where it will take 2 parameters. The first one is the input data type. Second one is the output data type. The input data, we are providing the driver object as input, and the output is we are returning the web element from this apply method, right? So that web element, that the return type is a web element. So we gave the return type as web element. Here for apply method also, as we are returning the web element, so the return type will be web element. Okay. So here we are returning a web element which is located this locator. So until this element is found, we are waiting with a fluent wait for a time period of 30 seconds, which will be polled every 3 seconds. The polling will be done for every 3 seconds. At in case if in between, if you get any exceptions, that will be ignored. This is how you will write you will write a fluent wait. So let me save this one and run as Java. Okay, so that's how you can use the fluent weight as well. But generally, we use this kind of weights for the examples which I have discussed. Okay, so that is about the weights. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Did anyone try the exercise programs? Are you facing any issues? Like while we were working with that examples, like I gave two programs to work. The first one is to write a program to display the link text of in Amazon page, and the second one is to practice the calendar in Abibus. So did anyone try that one? Are you facing any issues? The streams concept in automation. So that is why I asked.
ఇవంత 27 26 అయిపోతాయి
Okay, so let's see this one. So in Amazon website, let me go to the Amazon website. Once Amazon page is launched, I want to get all the elements. So I'll take it as a list of five web element. Li is equal to driver dot find elements by dot tag name A. So with this tag, I want to find all the web elements. Let me import this too. Okay. Now, if I want to display the text, so I will use this for each loop. Some text, okay. System dot out dot println x dot get text. Okay, this is how you do the you write the code for getting all the links available in this Amazon homepage and displaying the text of it. Okay, let me run this program. Okay, see here, this many links are available on this page. So you could see some white spaces also here. Even uh, those elements are also present. Those are also links, but which are not visible for us. So what I want to do, so let me print the count as well. System.out.println, the link, the count of links on Amazon is, so for getting the count, you can use li dot get size. Sorry, li dot size. Okay, let me save this and run one more time to get the count of it. I printed only few this time because it took some time to load, I think. What we will do is we'll wait for a page load time. Let us wait for page load. Okay, so for the page to get completely loaded, let us wait. So driver dot manage dot timeouts dot page load wait for 3 seconds. So time unit dot seconds. Okay, so let's wait for 3 seconds and then load this one. So control is run as this one. Okay, so this many links are available. So it gave the count as 290. So whenever this page is loaded, that means 290 links are available on this page. It includes all these links as well. So number of links available in this page are 290. But among them, you could see some white spaces in between. Some white spaces in between. So what I don't want these white spaces because I cannot do anything with that links. With that links, we cannot do anything. So if you want to check along with get text, you can also print one more attribute called, and the link is less x dot get attribute of href. We have one attribute called href, which will contain the link exact link which it is opening when you click on that one. When you click on this display text, the link which is getting opened is the thing which is available in this attribute, right? So href is an attribute which will contain the exact link. So that one, let me try to display that as well. Or else instead of this complete thing, you just give me like this with colon, like this I'll give. Let me save it. and run this program again. Okay. So if you go here, so even for white spaces, you have this links. See, some or the other links are linked. We are not sure why, we are not aware why it is, because if it is empty, so if it is a space, how can we identify that there is some particular link? We cannot identify. The display text is white space, so in that case we cannot identify where the link is and what it is going to do. So we are worried about the links which has some display text, on display. We have some text to identify that link, then only we are going to work on that. So this kind of white spaces, the links with no display text, they are just links where they are present. We are not aware of it. And so in that case, we want to ignore this kind of white spaces. We want to ignore for sign in. This is the link. So if you click on the display text to sign in, you will be navigated to this page. Okay. So here you might have sign in button. So sign in you have for this sign in. This is the link which you will be navigated. So all these things, what we want to do is, I want to filter from this list of links. I want to perform a filter action. So what I want to filter, I want to remove all these white spaces. The links with the display text as white spaces, I want to remove all of them. So in that case, what I want to do is, so let us not bother about this one. It just get big. So this is how you will get the display text. Now I want to pass it to a stream. I want to pass this list collection to a stream. And once I pass it to the stream, we have various options, right? Like you can map, you can filter, and you can sort. Whatever you want, you can do. So first, let me pass this to a stream. Li dot pass it to a stream. And after this, what I want to do, I want to perform a filter. So let me perform a filter. In this filter, I want to give a condition. So this condition, what I want to give, x such that x dot get text. If this get text method is returning me a blank, if get text dot equals, sorry, let me, or you can take is empty. So this method also you can take. If it is empty, if it is not containing anything, then remove that things from the list. Remove those kind of, so if the get text is returning me empty, then you don't include it. If you don't want to include it, you can use negation symbol here, or okay. So if you use negation symbol, so whichever the web elements whose display text is empty, that elements will be removed from this filter. Those things will be eliminated from this filter. So if it is empty, then remove it from the filter. That is what we are saying. Okay. Now, once after this filter is done, once the filtration is done, then we want to perform dot um, mm, let us take it to a collection otherwise, or okay, let me take it to a collection. So collect it into a collector dot as list. So to list, I think, or something it will be there. Collectors dot to list, I think. Yeah, to list. We are collecting it to a list. So let me save it in a list. Yeah, let me create one more list. Now it will return me a collection of web elements. So let me take it as li final, which is equal to this one. Okay. Now let me print the count and actual display text. Okay. The count of non-empty links on Amazon is this one, li final dot size. Okay. Now let me print all the display text for each. Okay. So now we are trying to eliminate the empty display text. Okay. Let us see. Let us run this program and check. I think we didn't use any differentiator. Uh, 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 uh. The count of non-empty links on Amazon, that thing, if you are able to see it somewhere, you can tell me.
Ma'am, there it is 108.
Here it is only 108. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. So see, before eliminating all the, so if you want to use filters in Selenium automation, so I just want you to show this example, how we can use the streams concept or whatever Java concepts which we have discussed. Now we have seen the functional interface, which is the Java, which is the new concept in Java 8, that we think we have seen in automation. So now we have seen how we can use the streams. So this is one example where you can use the streams, right? So whatever the concepts you have learned, you should know where to use it. So that is the only thing that you should remember. So now with this list, we have filtered out from 290 or something. We got only 108. Only 108. If you still want to add some more filters, like you don't want ampersand, you don't want the links which are starting with ampersand, or you don't want the links which are integers. So like the zero, this kind of invalid links, you can, if you want to remember, if you want to remove from it, you can pass it to the filter and you can eliminate all those things. So this is how you can apply the filters on in, you can use this filters concept in Selenium. Okay. So whatever Java concepts we have discussed, don't worry, we will try to cover all those things, almost all the things, uh, how we use and where we use those concepts in automation. Okay, is it clear to all of you how we are using the streams concept? Okay, so this is one thing. The other example, have you are you face anybody, are you facing any difficulty while working with the calendar? Okay, so we'll see about next concept, which is after this waits, the next concept is also thread dot sleep. We have already known this is a Java method and is static. So for 3 seconds, it will pause the execution. So even it won't even check the DOM. After 3 seconds only, it will check the DOM. So it is a static. It is static in nature, and also it is a Java method, not a Selenium method. Okay, most try to not use this method because time will be wasted in this thread dot sleep. Even if it is found at 1 second, also this remaining 2 seconds will be wasted. So try to eliminate, not use this one, not use this one until unless it is required. Okay. The next concept is how to take a screenshot. How to take a screenshot. Why we need to take a screenshot? So when we are doing test cases, when we are working in real-time testing, whenever a test is failed, whenever a test got failed, we need to take a screenshot where it got. Suppose I'm working on a Gmail application. Assume that I'm working on a Gmail application. So whenever I gave a this is valid username, okay, and I am giving in password, I am giving incorrect password, invalid password. So valid username I'm giving, but invalid password I'm giving. So it will throw me some, when I click on submit button, it will show me some error message here. Please use valid username and password to log in. Some error message it will show. Please use valid username and password. So some message it will be showing. So in case of, and this test case will get, actually it is passed because it is a negative scenario. So we are giving a valid username and invalid password. So this is a negative scenario which we are testing. If this is failing, that is correct only, because this is a negative scenario. We should be able to log in when we are providing valid username and valid password. Then only, okay, if you are providing valid username and valid password, both are correct. And if you are clicking on submit, but still there is some error message with valid username and correct password you are providing, and you are clicking on the next button. So this is the next button. When you are clicking on this, but still it is throwing some error, please use valid username and password. If it is throwing this kind of message, then what you have to do, you have to take the screenshot and attach it to your test case. And then why we need to take the screenshot? As a proof we need to take a screenshot saying that even though we are giving valid username and valid password, it is not launching the Gmail homepage. It is throwing this error. This is the error message which it is throwing. So by keeping this screenshot, you can raise a bug. You can raise an issue. So screenshot will be a proof that this flow is not working. We are not able to log into Gmail. Even though we are giving the valid username and password, we are getting this error. So we need to take a screenshot. Screenshots will be used as a proofs, right? When we are working with when we are creating a bug, or when we are discussing it with the business or anything, so we can show this as a proof. So we are giving the valid username and password, but still it is failing. So this can be a proof. For that reason, even with automation thing also, we need to ask the driver whenever whenever the test case is getting failed, we can ask the driver to capture the screenshot. No need to go manually and take the screenshot. We can ask the driver to take the screenshot automatically. Whenever we can take screenshot whenever the test case is failed, or if you want to capture the complete flow, how the driver is working. So in between, you can ask the driver to take the screenshots. We can ask the driver to take the screenshot and save in a particular location. Okay. How we can ask the driver to take the screenshot? So this is the syntax. This is the syntax for taking the screenshot. So take screenshot is a class which is already available, which Selenium has provided. So using this class, in this class, we have a method called get screenshot as. Get screenshot as is a method which will allow you to take the screenshot. This method will allow you to take the screenshot. It will capture the screenshot and it will save it in a particular file. So that file will be, we will be storing in src file, and we will copy this file to destination path. Wherever we want to save, that we will be saving it here. So 3 tasks are there here. So the first task is we will be creating an object for take screenshot class. For this take screenshot class, we will be creating an object. Once the object is created for it, in this class, you have a method called get screenshot as. So in this method, using this object, we will be accessing get screenshot as method. So using this method, we will be capturing one. So this screen, if you want to capture the screenshot of this screen, you can use that method here. You can use this method get screenshot as. So the output type will be a file, and we want to store it in some file. So whatever the output, the screenshot is captured, that will be stored in the form of a file. for that file, you are giving some name which is called as src. So this is of type file. So whatever screenshot it has captured, it will be stored in the form of a file. For that file, in order to access this file, we are using this object file src. Now finally, this src we need to store in some location. So we need to store this one in some location. For that, we use a method called copy util. So we need to copy this src to the destination path. So we need to save this src in some path. That path we will be specifying here. So you save this src file in this particular destination. In this path, you need to save this one. So these are the 3 steps to take the screenshot. Okay. We will see how we can use this screenshot. Let me launch this Amazon only. So, so once the page is launched, I want to take the screenshot. For this, what are the steps that we need to follow? We will see 1 second. Okay, let's start with this. So take screenshot is a class which is provided by this Selenium. So in Selenium org.openqa Selenium, we have this class. So we are using that class. First, let us create an object for it. Take screenshot is equal to, we need to typecast this driver to take screenshot. So for typecasting, that means we are converting the driver object to take screenshot object. So for that, this is how you can do. Okay. So we are converting the object of type WebDriver to object of type take screenshot. We are converting. Okay. So this is another way of converting. Okay. So if you want to create it, so new class, new driver, how you can use, so new WebDriver like this, new WebDriver or Firefox driver like this. So if you are creating an object newly, this is how you can do. Okay. If you are creating a new object, you can do it like this. But to the already existing driver object, you need to convert it to the text screenshot. So that is why you use this way. This is already existing object, right? Driver is already created. Driver object is already created. So that object only you need to convert. So that is the reason we go with this way. Take screenshot, and we are converting the driver to the take screenshot. Okay. Now, the first task is completed. We have created an object to the take screenshot class. By using that, we can access a method called get screenshot as. So get screenshot as is a method. You can use that method to take the screenshot. Once the screenshot is taken, it should be captured in which form? In file format. So you need to give output. You need to specify the output type. So the output type should be in file. It cannot be in bits or bytes. It cannot be basic 64 bits. It cannot be in the form of bits, or it cannot be in the form of bytes. It should be in the form of a file. Okay, so it should be in the form of a file. So we are specifying the output type as a file, and this will return a file. So we will be storing this one in a file. source file or whatever you want, you can give it. Let me import this file. You can import it from Java input. IO stands for input output. Okay. From Java input output, we are taking this file class, which is already present. So whatever the screenshot we are capturing, we are saving it in the form of a file. To that file, we are assigning it to an object called src. Now, the third task is we need to copy this one to a destination folder, right? So destination path, where we need to copy this file, where we need to save this file. So that path we need to specify. That path we can specify it like this. So we have one more class, one more interface. So file handler. So file handler, you can use it from Selenium only. So file handler input output dot. You have a method called copy. So copy this file from this path to this path. So copy this src to destination path you need to specify. That you can specify like this new file of path you can specify. Okay. So let me take a path like this. So just a second. Slash selenium demo. So slash selenium demo I can give. Okay, let me copy this one. Okay. Slash selenium demo. So it will throw some input output exceptions, because if the file is not, if the specified path is not available, in that case, it will throw an exception. So that is why we have added here. No need to worry about this. End of this PPT, we will be covering the exceptions also. Okay. Let me save this one and we will see. So in this folder, in this Selenium folder, we are trying to capture we are trying to save the screenshot which has been captured. Okay. In the get screenshot as method, we are capturing one screenshot and say giving the output type as file. We are storing it in this one. Okay. Let me run this one and see, observe carefully. We have to give some name to this one. So we have to give some name to this one. So what I will do, I'll give this as Amazon homepage dot jpg. So this is the name I want to give to the screenshot, whatever the screenshot it has captured. This is the path. In this folder, I want to save it. And to that image, I want to give some name. So this is Amazon homepage is the name. So as of now, in the Selenium demo, you are not able to find any images. So once I run this program, let's observe what will happen around this application. There is some exception. File not found. Or let me take it with the dot operator. Okay. So current directory. Yeah. Hmm. So it's simply called. Hmm. Just a minute. Let me use with the slashes. There's some issue in giving the path. Let me take it like this. Backward slash. Okay, this taking is backward slashes. Let's say okay. So it has taken the screenshot. Now let me refresh this project. Refresh this project. Now if you see why it is come Gecko driver. Let me go to this path. This is a C test Java selenium. This is so it's not storing it. What is happening? It is not even throwing an error. So let me quit all this. Run it one more time. Okay. Let me run it one more time. Okay, I'll check this one, why this is not getting stored. Okay. So meanwhile, so this is how you specify in Mac, in Mac, how we specify the path will be different, and in Windows it will be different. Okay. So same thing will not work for Windows. So whatever the path, the way you are specifying this path will be different for Mac, and it will be different for Windows. For Windows, you can use two backward slashes like this. You can use two backward slashes. It will go to that path and it will save. Why we are using this dot operator is we are giving the relative path, not the absolute path. So from root, dot stands for from root, whatever the path it might be. Wherever you find the Selenium demo folder, in that folder, you save this one. Okay, so before the Selenium demo, whatever the folders it might be, we are not bothered about it. So that is the reason why we use the dot operator here. Let me remove this dot and try once. So no error. Let me refresh this one. Yeah. See, now you can see here Selenium demo underscore demo Amazon homepage.jpg. If you open this one, open with not text editor. Let me open with some other thing. So for images, cancel. So let us go to the folder itself. Here we have the folder. Here you can see in this folder you have one image. If you open this one, so this is the page, this is the image it took the screenshot. Okay, so this is how an image will be stored. Okay, let me remove all these things and just give Amazon homepage.jpg and let me run this one again. Okay, let me refresh this one. So Amazon homepage got saved. If you click on this, this is the screenshot it has taken. So this is how it will take the screenshot. Okay, this is how it will take the screenshot. Wherever you want, you can just use this object ts.get screenshot as method. You can use this one and take the screenshot and save the output type as file, and you can copy it to the folder wherever you want. So this is how you can take a screenshot. Is it clear, all of you?
Can you please run it again?
Run it again. If I
Yeah,
run it,
yeah.
it will throw an error because it is already an image with this name. Already one screenshot is there. If I run it again, I need to change this one. So for that reason, what they will do is they will capture the system date and time and append it to this one. Okay, so system date and time. So let me take string s is equal to, I'll show you that one as well. System dot get system dot we use this method, right, to get the time in milliseconds, current time in milliseconds. Okay, so this one they will take. Okay, let me import this one. Okay, it is to be one. What they will do after this, sorry, they will append this one. Okay, so now the name of the file will be not only this Amazon homepage, it will be along with current time in milliseconds. Whatever the time is there in milliseconds, that also will be appended to the name of this file, and then it will capture. If you save it like this, if you give the name like this, it will throw an error for the second time. For the first time, it will save. For the second time, it will throw an error saying that with this name, already a file exists. In order to avoid that case, we use the system current time in milliseconds and we'll append it to the file name. So now let me run this program again. Okay, it took the screenshot. Now let me refresh this project. Okay, if you see here, see the difference between these two. So here it added current time in milliseconds. So this one it added. So it will give a new name to this already existing one. So if you open this one, you can see it. Is it clear? Why we use this one? Because if you save it just like that with this name, first time it will be saved. For the second time, it will throw an error saying that with this file name, already a file exists. So you cannot save it again with the same name. For that reason, we will append current time in milliseconds or system date. So today's date, if you want to add, you can add it. So today's date along with time, if you want, you can add it. So it will give you a unique file name every time. Every time, if you want to get a unique file name, so this is the one technique which you can use. Okay. Anything else, Gnaneshwar?
If we add current time, so we
Okay.
can run it number of times.
Yeah, you can run it any number. Now, if I run it again, if you see here, it will give one another name. This string will be different, right?
Yeah.
So it will allow. You refresh this project. See, one more image got added. Any number of times you want, you can run this one. It will allow.
Okay.
So if you are working in Windows, so this path will not work. How you have to give is, if you are working in Windows, let me show it here. In Windows, if you want to work, you need to give dot operator if you want to store it in the current working project. So I want to store this screenshot in the current working project Selenium demo. In that case, you need to give the dot operator followed by double slash, and you have to give the So in target folder, if you want to store, in target folder you want to store, you can give the name like this, target, and give double black backward slashes, and we can give Amazon homepage. This will be in Mac. So in Windows, if you want to do, you have to do like this. Two backward slashes you have to give. Okay, with the dot operator. So this is how you can do it in Windows. In Mac, there is some other thing that we need to do. That is the clear.
Yes.
Okay. So that's all for today. In tomorrow's session, we'll be covering the rest of the topics. This is how you store a screenshots. We'll see how to handle Windows, how to handle broken links. So if the links are broken in a particular web page, how we can handle it. That one we'll see how we handle a frame, how we handle alerts, and how we handle exceptions. So these things in upcoming sessions we will be discussing going forward. Okay. If you have any doubts till now, you can ask.
On the program calendar is there in Avibus.
Okay.
When we click on the inspect element on the departure, I'm not getting the span test.
Okay. Let me open it. Okay. Oops. So what you're trying to say is if you are clicking on inspect element and you are clicking on this one, date of journey,
Yes.
you are not getting this web element. You are not able to locate this element, right?
Yeah. When we click on the inspect element, I'm not getting the span.
Here it is input tag. So this is the tag for it. So this is the,
We need to enter the span.
not span. Here it is input tag, right? So you
Okay.
can locate it like this. So let me locate input tag whose ID is this one. Just use this. You will be able to locate. Okay.
Okay.
Need not to be. It need not be always the span tag. It depends on the developers. Okay, what they
Okay.
want. So yeah. Any other doubts?
Thank you.
Others? Anyone having any doubts? Okay. So if you don't have any doubts, that's all from my side for today. We'll meet in the next session.